figures don't matter, but basically this is my opinion on what I think is the best episodes, what's the shittiest episodes, and what is all around them. Look, just stop doing that. Okay, God. Goofy cat. Goofy cat. Again. Oh. Could you stop? Oh my God, cat. I gotta see if this actually freaking goes well. So, what you're seeing here is the tier list. And I'm closing that tab out, okay? I need to zoom in for the sake of the madness. I don't have a god flicker. Just use the box as a bed, please. He's being a attention lover. Okay, let's see here. We need to zoom in pretty well. So that's a little too much. Let's zoom out just a tad bit. Okay, there we go. This 10 out of 10 or higher is S rank. And F is 1 out of 10. That's quite an obvious. So, we gotta do this the right way. We gotta do this right. So I don't know how this is gonna go down, and I've never done this before. So, for starters, we gotta go all the way back to season 1. So, here I am going to use Chrome on the side to help me at each DBX season. As for the alternate endings, depending on if I can find them, I will literally put the rating in text form. I don't know how I'm going to do it. So, see here. The battle. Okay, so, like I said, most of these episodes I've already seen. And to start things off, we go all the way back to season 1. So, for the sake of this, the first episode was, where is it? This one. Albeit rather early, albeit their first attempt at it because it's pilot episode material. So it's not gonna get into the higher ranks. So Trish versus, let me read this again. Trish versus Jean. Again, I'm not familiar with Bayonetta games outside of Smash Brothers, but I'll let it slide. I will give that, I'll give this one like maybe a 4 and out of 10. Now Jango Fett and Master Chief, I believe episode 2. And I'm gonna also have my Twitch. One person on Twitter that I'm live with a practice run of where I rate the DBXs. Check out the preview that Jonathan Kennedy on Twitter sent me for that podcast. He's able to keep up with this stuff better than I can. Well, I don't have time patience or money right now. I'm trying to save my money. You get the idea. Alright, now, let's get back to the check feed. That way I have it. Okay, so if I remember correctly, after Jean versus Trish, which of course, yeah, this was the first episode to be unlisted. You YouTube because of its negative reception for that one. So that one, Trish vs. Dean, 4 out of 10. And again, points don't fucking matter, so. Anyways, next up is Master Chief versus Jango Fett. Again, this one was pretty good. I actually liked it. This is one of their 3D death battles, which I wish, or DBXs, sorry. This isn't Death Battle, this is Death Battle Exhibition. To get used to saying that. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give Master Chief vs. Jango Fett an 8, so. We'll go up here. So this one, 8 out of 10. And for the next episode, we got... Oh, here's the good one. Colonel Sanders vs. Ron McDonald. Yeah, gonna say it now, Colonel Sanders vs. Ron McDonald, that one's gonna go in the 9 out of 10, which is the same spot as 8 out of 10 as well, so it's going to their A rank. Will we get a high-rated episode? Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out next episode. Amy Rose versus King Diddy. I'm not gonna be biased here, but I love Sonic. I love Kirby. So that episode gets a 10 out of 10. It was a really good animated episode, and it referenced a lot of Kirby shit, and I liked it. So 10 out of 10. Oh, Saitama versus Kenshiro. Oh boy, this one's a little doozy. For the sake of the madness, because it's also one of the negatively reviewed episodes, I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. Mainly just because, okay, Kenshiro got the one hit in, and so did Saitama, so I'm neutral with this one, so 5 out of 10. Alright. Sakura versus Rinto Sakura. Again, I'm not familiar with that character, so the animation was okay. I mean, I'll have to give it like maybe a 6. I'll have to give it a 6. Trunks versus Silver. Oh god, not this one. This is the one that I still think Trunks is better off fighting Cable, but a lot of people say, why Cable though? He's already fought Booster Gold, and I'm like, I'd rather have him fight Trunks. I'd rather have Trunks fight Cable than Trunks fighting Silver, because let's be real. Silver's got no other better matchups. That's just my personal take, so anyways, let me find it again. Trunks versus Silver, 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, because it did a 1-minute melee, because this was originally a 1-minute melee episode. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Ryu versus Lucario. Oh god. Kamara might hate me if I put it in the higher ranks, so I might have to stick to my gut feeling on a guess. So here we go. Ryu versus Lucario. What's that one? Oh my god, I gotta hunt for it. Ryu versus here it is. Ryu versus Lucario. I'll have to go neutral, like I said. I'm not gonna love it, but I hate it. So it's one of those episodes. So 5 out of 10. And Sasuke versus Hiei. I'm gonna have to give that one. They both died, and it was the most anticlimactic kill possible. So I'm gonna have to give that one a 5. No, a 4 actually. That one's gonna have to be a 4 out of 10. Okay, we already know what this is gonna be. Bruce Lee versus the World. That one, no questions down, hands down, 10 out of 10. Where's that one at? We gotta find Bruce Lee. Where is he, Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee? Where are you, Bruce Lee? Oh my god, trying to find you. Looking in the needle in the haystack. Oh my god. Did they not? Oh, there it is. Bruce Lee. No questions about it. S rank. 10 out of 10. There's no denying it. Oh. Well, we already know where this is going because it was so fucking stupid. This one was the most dumbest fight I've ever witnessed. Spider-Man versus Mikasa. A 1 out of 10. Jotaro versus you on Persona. That one, okay. I'm sorry, for those who might complain later, but the story, it was like the most hilarious episode. Like, it doesn't matter if it was hilarious, it was literally the most dumbest matchup that they could have thought of. Like, they could have given Mikasa better fights, but no, they didn't. And that was by far the second episode. Actually, no, Kenshiro versus, now that I think about it, Kenshiro versus Saitama was the second episode that got delisted, or unlisted because of negative reception. And then third one was Spider-Man versus Mikasa, so yeah. My thoughts still stand. Spider-Man versus Mikasa, 1 out of 10. Next, Jotaro versus Yu Murakami, and 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. It got everything accurate. Some of the personas and the stand users, and the stand users obviously fucking win because they're stronger. Okay, so next up on the list is... Okay, even though this is exceptionally a joke battle, we already know where this is going. We already know where I'm putting this. Even though this fight was exceptionally a joke battle, this one, 10 out of 10. Because of its creativity and hilarity. That's why. Let's see here. Terry Bogard versus John Talbane. Ooh, this one's interesting. I'd say that one, once I find it, gotta go through all the episodes because they're hard to find because they're not in order. Okay, where is it? Not Hedgewolf, John Talbane versus Terry Bogard. Where are you? Come on. This is hard. This is hard to find all these. Ah, here it is. Hedgewolf versus John Talbane. 9 out of 10. Capcom versus SNK Goodness. 9 out of 10. Spawn versus Alucard. Ooh, this one I kinda hated. This was the fourth one that later got delisted. Ooh, this is a needle in a haystack. I'll have to give that one like, I'll have to give it a 2. Like, they totally did Alucard dirty in the Spawn versus Alucard. Like, I'm sorry, like, if you're gonna, and don't get me wrong, I love Spawn, but if you're gonna kill Alucard, fine, but Alucard has to go through the steps, and I know it's a kill or Team 4-star or whatever, but that's besides the point. You gotta make sure Alucard is dead before you claim death, not just blow his head off or whatever. Now, finally, Season 1 finale, Prophet vs. Predator. Solid 10 out of 10. This was all Season 1. There's a reason why I'm putting Predator at the S tier. Despite him losing, they actually got creative with Predator. That's what I liked. So, 10 out of 10. Predator vs. Prophet, 10 out of 10. Now, on to Season 2, which means I gotta scroll up and swap over to the next category. Season 2. Iron Man vs. Mega Man X. Marvel vs. Capcom. Okay, this one I actually didn't mind. I actually like it because I love both. So, solid 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. Okay, what do we got for the next episode? Kenshin versus Zoro and Zoro 1. Yeah, if I remember. Let's see. That's a 6. Oh my god, that's right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm here. I hate you so. Go on. Crazy cat. As I was saying, okay, so what was it doing? Oh yeah, okay, 6 out of 10 for Zoro vs. Genshin. It's just one of those episodes with meh. It was meh. Okay, Greninja vs. Espio. This one actually was a little creative, so I'm gonna put that as a 9 out of 10. Where's Greninja vs. Espio? I gotta find him again. God, can't they just order it by season? Actually, no. Because they included Smash Ball for Ninja, not 10 out of 10. Like I said, the points don't matter, and this is just my personal take. Link vs. Midnight. Oh yes, that one's gonna... I hate being biased, but I know I'm right, and I know this one was perfect because they actually did, once again, reference the Meta Final Smash. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for that one. Genji versus Raiden. Oh man, this is gonna be a nightmare. I mean, I'm gonna have to give that one. I'm gonna go neutral and put it at a 5. Guile versus Paul Phoenix. Oh, this one I actually liked. Paul Phoenix did win that one, for those who are unaware. Where is that one at? Be nice if the episodes were in order, but I'd have to find them. Here it is. Okay, this one, solid 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. Let's see here. Raphael versus Wolverine. Okay, that one's another 9 out of 10. Raphael versus Wolverine. Wolverine won that. Another 9 out of 10. That one was another 9 out of 10. This one, okay, this one I freaking loved just because it was perfect. And the subtitles made it bump the points up to a 10, so that one's a 10 out of 10. Okay, next. Broly versus Doomsday, 10 out of 10. Aegis versus No Familian. Persona versus Blaze Blue. Noelle 1, or whatever her name is. I'm gonna have to give that a 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10 for that one. Cloud versus Guts. Oh, yeah, they did everything right for Cloud, so that one's a solid 10. That one is a solid 10. Change my mind, I dare you. Sasuke versus Kira. Okay, that one I'm actually going to put also on the 10 because it was like one of the... It referenced the Tekken track and it was like beautifully animated. 10 out of 10. Mega Man versus Bomberman. Ooh, that was gonna be another one that Ultra Kirby likes, or even though lost. I'll have to, be very neutral, or at least I'll get, okay, just for Ultra Kirby, because I know I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I am doing this as best I can. So, let's see here, if I can think again. Okay, so, Mega Man versus Bomberman, I will have to put you at, 6 out of 10. Or 7 out of 10. That's the highest I can go for that one. Mario vs. Luigi, self versus self. Bowser ended up killing them both. So it kind of really doesn't... Actually, no. This is the first DBX that didn't end in death, so... 8 out of 10. So, Mario vs. Luigi, 8 out of 10. Mario vs. Luigi, 8 out of 10. Zero vs. Strider, this one definitely has to go in a 9 out of 10. Zero vs. Strider, 9 out of 10. Oh, Akuma vs. Iron Fist, oh, we already know where that's going. That's 10 out of 10 quality. It even had Oni, so there you go. 10 out of 10. Fight me. Not literally, but you get the idea. Ken versus Blaziken. I wanna say that one's gonna be... Okay, who won that one again? Blaziken won. So, that one, I'd have to say that one's like an 8. That one's an 8 for me. Samus versus Master Chief. Samus, I believe, won that, so that one, 9 out of 10. Just because, 9 out of 10. And Dawson versus Wii Fit Trainer. Okay, this one was the bizarre one. It's one of those ones I really didn't care too much for, so, I may have to give that one a 4 once I find it. Where Wii Fit Trainer, Dawson, here you wait. Ah, here you are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give that one like a 4. That one wasn't really as impactful for me. Okay, Magneto versus Darth Vader, that one was pretty damn good. Solid 10 out of 10. Vegeta versus Zod. Oh. The fact that fucking Team 4 Stars Vegeta actually, I forget his name, did a fucking good job with the voice. It was like, that's my son, god damn it, darn. Yeah, literally. That one, solid 10 out of 10. Actually, no, that one's 11 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first 11. Vegeta versus Zod. Alright. Okay, Alucard versus Dimitri. Okay, definitely 11 out of 10 too. Let's be real. I love Castlevania, I love Darkstalkers, but guess, god damn it, you can't deny the Castlevania geek within me. So where's our boy Alucard at? It's gonna be hard finding him. All this mess. It's a little weird trying to find all these episodes because they're hard to find. There it is. Okay, so yeah, this one, 11 out of 10. Okay, Noctis versus 2B. It was cool. It was cool. What was it? 10 out of 10 worthy? Not really, but it's definitely up there in a 9 out of 10 space. So this one, 9 out of 10. Kratos versus Dante. Oh, solid 10 out of 10. I mean, sorry, that just because. Solid 10 out of 10. Solid 10 out of 10. Oh, and, well, Captain Falcon versus the Fuel Show. That one's a solid 11 out of 10, because reasons. It was epic, it was chaotic, it was total mayhem. That's why it's going there. Goku Black versus Black Adam. It was an okay episode. I'm gonna give it like I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And that's season 2 in a nutshell. Okay, Next up, I believe, is Season 3. Just gotta scroll up, because this took me for a bit to scroll down. Season 3, here we come. I believe Season 4 was the beginning of Ringmaster experience, so we'll do that in a minute. So this is the last time we'll ever hear Broomstick's voice. So, Gambit versus Taskmaster, nah. Gambit versus Taskmaster. I don't know. I guess that one's like, I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. Laura Croft versus Jill Valentine. I don't know. If I remember correctly, Jill won that because she tossed Laura into the zombies or whatever. But we already know if it was research, Jill would not win. So, for the sake of this, I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give Jill versus Laura a 7. Krillin, Tien Yamcha, okay, Krillin won that. I'm neutral with it. I really didn't care for either character winning. I just know it was one of those ones that it was meh. So 5 out of 10. Okay, Chun-Li versus Tifa. Okay, as much as I hate the fact that Tifa lost, and she's like my favorite Final Fantasy character, I can't also deny Chun-Li. So 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for that one. Now we get to the one of the batshit ones that was just out of left field. Thor versus 100 Pikachus. The concept was perfect and the joke was obvious. 9 out of 10. Hulk versus Juggernaut. 8 out of 10. Okay, this one's 8. Okay. Actually, no. 7 out of 10. This one's 7 out of 10. It was okay. It's not impactful. Please for the Hulk fanboys. Hellboy versus Blade. 8 out of 10. Just gotta find it. I'm still trying to get through all this nonsense. 8 out of 10. Now, next is Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic. One of those weird ones. I'm gonna have to give that one a 4. Kenshi versus Daredevil. If I remember correctly, Daredevil lost that. So I thought that guess it was not correct. No, I'll 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. It didn't impact me as much. 6 out of 10. Harley Quinn versus Domino. I'll give that one like an 8. I'll give Harley Quinn versus Domino an 8. Find it, good freaking god. Ow. Alright, so next up is Akame versus Killa. I guess that one's a 7. That one's gonna be a 7. Yoshi versus Pac-Man. That one actually did, I think that one did impress me a little bit because it was brutal. The kill was brutal, so 9 out of 10. Natsu versus Iceman. It was okay. It was okay. I'll give it a 6. Natsu versus Iceman, I'll give it a 6. Alright. Amy Rose versus Sakura. I lost Sonic, but I just it just didn't impact me as much as the Amy versus King D81 did. So 7 out of 10 for Amy versus Sakura. Okay, now for the elephant in the room. While this one is the first one with alternate ending, I don't know if I'll have to keep an eye out which ones have an alternate ending. So let's see here. Oh, Dev's in the call. I'm live streaming right now, so hello. As I'm doing a rate the DBX just for practice run. A little tier list maker. What episode was I on? Oh, the elephant in the room that I called Yuri versus Melina. I'm gonna have to give that one, as much as I don't care for Melina and I love Yuri more, I'm gonna have to give that a 3 out of 10. And I bet you people will be like, oh, that was a good episode, blah blah blah. I'm like, I just don't like Melina. I never have. She's my least favorite. Oh, great, another elephant in the room. Hakumen. I already know what I'm putting this because Virgil should have won that. Where is it? Where's Hakumen versus Virgil? A 1 out of 10. Chi versus Karen, Persona versus Street Fighter. 7 out of 10. Again, another one of those episodes that didn't really impact me as much. So, 7 out of 10. Burning Gundam versus Thunder Megazord. Burning Gundam won that. I'll give that one an 8. Batman vs. Scorpion. Okay, this one. Batman vs. Scorpion. Takes place after Venom vs. Bane. Bane's coach is sinking for battle. Spider-Man makes a cameo. The Batman father is responsible. Okay, definitely Mortal Kombat vs. DC5. 8 out of 10. Definitely an 8 out of 10. As for the alternate ending, which for Melina versus Yuri, Yuri's win on the alt ending. I'm doing a quick stream with the rate of DBX episodes, where the points don't matter and personal piss take, essentially. Alright. So, Ichigo versus Sasuke, 9 out of 10. Once I find the episode, good God, they really wish the person who made the tier list put this in order. Yeah, this one, 9 out of 10. Alright, so let me also put you in the invite thing, that way, there. I get done with this goofy thing, so, let's see here. Next one was Alucard versus Dio, which I know is getting it. Oh, actually no. Take that back. Wolverine versus 100 Barakas. Again, another concept executed brutally and beautifully. 10 out of 10. No, what are you doing? God. No. Okay. I'll just put that over here, please. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, great! Now my controller's on.
Your controllers? Hedgewolf's not working, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. The one I wanted was this one. 9 another one, 9 out of 10. Okay, so.
Get Sloan's order for some more pay pump, really?
Oh yeah.
That's it?
Oh, don't worry, you'll get more quests once you complete it.
You got 3 days left.
I know.
Well, 4 days, actually.
You get the point. Okay. I'm actually gonna have to do a little. I'll have to divide this stream into parts. So I will return with this, but I will combine both parts. Since I didn't realize how long this was gonna take, so BRB segment coming up, and I'll combine the stream into 2 parts. Hello and welcome back to the Raid for DBX Seasons 1 through 6, Part 2. Yeah, this is gonna be weirdly edited because A, I had to help out with Fortnite, and B, I had to not realize that this was gonna take me a bit. So basically, where we last left off, we had Wolverine versus 100 Barakas at a 9 out of 10. Out of 9 out of 10. So, now comes the DBX that's going to become a death battle. Once I find it again. Alucard versus Dio Brando. I know I'm gonna put this. For one, they accurately represented the character correctly for Alucard, and thus Alucard versus Dio is. They did the same thing with Dio, so this one gets a 10 out of 10 in my book. Next up is Black Cat versus Catwoman. Sorry, I'm not fully awake. I just woke up rather late than normal. So we're gonna try to finish this shit up as quickly as possible. Catwoman versus Black Cat. Black Cat won that. It was okay. That's an 8 out of 10 in my book. It was an 8 out of 10. Now, for the season 6 episodes, I will fucking try to shout out the alternate endings rating because I don't got time or the patience to try to edit all this shit in. Because, one, I don't have an editing software right now because I'm still trying to find that. And next is up is Ruby Rose versus Ragnar the Blood Edge. And of course, to please all the Ruby fans, they had Ruby beat Ragnar. Even though Ragnar's like my favorite main dude in Blaze Blue. So 7 out of 10. Next up is Ryu versus Liu Kang. Well, I'm not. Well, I'm not a big fan of the Victor of this one. I will give it credit for doing something unique. It started off with the Mortal Kombat side of things, and then it went straight into the Street Fighter side of things. In terms of the art style. So, Ryu vs. Liu Kang gets a 7 out of 10. Actually, no. I scratched that. 8 out of 10. But we'll give it an 8 out of 10. Bendy vs. Cuphead. Oh, it represented both the characters all the way, and it actually was the one that impacted me the most for a finale. This one is getting an 11 out of 10. Now we're on to Season 4, which introduces the character that a lot of people really don't care for, but what can you do? It's their show, what can you do? Okay, give me this. This is taking forever. So now we're on to Season 4. Gohan vs. Superboy. Pretty much the closest thing to all the Dragon Ball fans having a Goku win, and pretty much the first episode to feature a character nobody likes, being the Ringmaster. So now we're gonna give this a rating. Gohan vs. Superboy, 8 out of 10. Like I said, for those who are new to this format, the points don't matter, the rating doesn't matter, and I just put it wherever I feel is best. Diva vs. Trombone, and Diva won that. Mega Man Full Nut makes an appearance at the beginning of the battle, so that's a cameo, so that's a 9 out of 10 on my books. Once I find her freaking thumbnail. Nine out of 10. So far, 2 episodes. So far, we only had 2 episodes essentially be in the E and F rank. For me. Let's see here. Next is Metal Sonic versus Mega Man. Now, here comes the fun part, because I don't know which one has alternate endings and which one doesn't. So, anyone wants to let me know, I'll put those in the comments below and let me know how they were good. So, for Metal Sonic versus Mega Man, the alternate ending was pretty badass, and the normal ending was also pretty badass. So this one deserves a 10 out of 10. Oh, Hancock versus Rider Medusa. Okay, this one it was okay, but I did love that Silver Samurai's corpse could be seen in the background. And Sakura Matsuo makes a cameo appearance in the beginning of the battle. So this one, 9 out of 10. Wherever this one is. So this one, 9 out of 10. Will we get a 7 out of 10 for this season? Probably not. Venom vs. Spawn, 7 out of 10. Like, the alternate ending was meh. The normal ending was okay, so 7 out of 10. Link versus Trunks, oh boy, nutshell. While I didn't like Link losing to Trunks, and this one didn't have much of an impact on me, especially with its alternate ending, I will bump it up to like a 7. Ezio versus the Prince. Okay, Prince of Persia versus Assassin's Creed. Well, the alternate ending was pretty bad, and the animation was meh. Ezio winning was a definite for me. So we're gonna have to put this at a 6. Like, this one's going in at a 6. Blake versus Inuyasha. Inuyasha winning was accurate, while the alternate ending was a bit meh. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. That one's going in an 8 out of 10. Once I find it. There we go. 8 out of 10. For this one. Now, next up is... oh boy, the shitstorm. Mewtwo versus Frieza. While I'm not a big fan of this particular matchup in general, I will give it credit that the alternate ending actually gave it some uniqueness and pretty much gave us a proper Pokemon reference where Mewtwo got hurt by his own attack. Or, not Mewtwo, sorry, I'm not fully awake. Anyways, let me rephrase that. Basically, Mewtwo dodged Frieza's attack, and thus Mewtwo ended up being able to outwork Frieza, and Frieza got stunned by his own attack. Or sliced in half in this case. So therefore, this one's gonna get a 7 out of 10. We're getting into the range that Death Battle is not getting, or DBX is not getting to the creative side of things. See, I have a personal taste where the ending has to be creative or else it's not perfect. Now, the shitstorm, the battle that always makes me groan and moan. Batman versus Iron Man. Even though this fight is coming up as a death battle, which I'm not really looking forward to, I have to give both endings a rating. Normal ending, pretty decent. And for once in their lives, they actually made the kill for Batman pretty actually creative instead of, oh, batarang to the face, boom, dead. No, they actually got creative with the fucking batarang. Which is why I dread this particular matchup, because they always seem to fuck up the Batman kills every time. So, for the sake of this, we're gonna give this an 8 out of 10. We're gonna give this finale an 8 out of 10. So this one will get an 8 out of 10. Well, 8 out of 10. Yeah, not really a whole lot of E and F ranks. Like, there was only like a few in C and D, but not really a whole lot in E and F. So, okay. Next season, I believe, is Season 5. And we got a surprise for you. I will also be doing the death race. See which one's my personal favorite. Actually, I could rate them all, but then again, all of them are my favorite. Oh boy, welcome to Vegeta vs. Thor, being the first episode of Season 5, the most disliked surpassing Saitama versus Kenshiro, and the alternate ending actually had Vegeta use Final Flash. So, this one was pretty decent. This one's an 8 out of 10. This one was an 8 out of 10 for me. Not as impactful as the episodes that we will get to eventually. But Vegeta vs. Thor, 8 out of 10. It wasn't as impactful. But there will be some Dragon Ball characters that will be impactful. We will get to eventually. Next is Mulan vs. Lucina. Lucina won this, and while the alternate ending was a bit bland, this one was an okay episode. It's not my personal favorite, but it's up there in the 7s range. So this one's going in a 7 out of 10. Shantae versus Shovel Knight. While I'm not a big fan of Shovel Knight actually beating Shantae, because I got a serious problem when it comes to Shantae. I fucking love Shantae. I'm a diehard Shantae fan. And yes, I got a serious problem. I still think Sharpay would have won. Thankfully, the alternate ending fixes that, so that boosts it up to a 9 out of 10. So that one's a 9 out of 10 for me, because they actually I will give it credit, they did reference both their games, so this one's a 9 out of 10. And next up is, the best one of the best. One of the best ones. Lucario versus Blaziken. While its alternate ending was just a standard, Lucario gets captured in the Pokeball. The normal ending has Lucario obliterating everything and sending the fucking trainer flying into the sky or some shit. But, so this one is definitely getting an 11 out of 10. Because it has my boy Lucario. And the fact that it was utterly awesome. And it was a lot better than Ryu versus Lucario. I will give it that. I was more neutral to Ryu versus Lucario. Kid Goku versus Gon. Well, this one I was not really too big of a fan of. I was not really interested in either combatant. I will have to give it a rating. Kid Goku won this fight, and I don't think there was an alternate ending for this. I think there was. I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments below if there was. Again, I haven't checked out all of the alternate endings, but I've seen most of them. Which one of them I actually did see. So, in the next one that we do. So, this one is gonna get a rating of 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. It's a B rank. At least I'm being honest. Ben 10 versus Danny Phantom? Okay, they actually... Really? And a fun fact, this matchup was originally a huge popular field request for a death battle, but was ultimately rejected by Van Sater, as he believed it was made due to the nostalgia he had for both him and Danny's shows, and not because of any matching powers with Beam, concluding that it would result in a weird episode. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we got this as a DBX instead. And Danny and both endings were pretty damn good. So this one gets an 8 out of 10. Of course, another fucking One Piece versus Kenshin fight. Ugh. Can you shush, dogs? I'm trying to do the DBX here! Oh my god, dogs, shut up! I'm trying to rate stuff! And I can't focus if a dog is barking! So take into consideration, well, Mom's being a raging troglodyte, as well as a dog, being a stubborn dog that likes to bark. I will have to give this one I'm gonna have to give this... Finally, I wasn't really too impactful with the victor here. I was hoping this one had Kenshin win, but I don't hate One Piece, don't get me wrong, it's just... I may have to give this one a 5. I'm gonna have to give this one a 5. Like, it's just one of those ones that didn't have much of an impact on me. So... Oh, the one that had the most weirded out sprite for Bakugo. While Bakugo did win, his alternate ending had Yang win, but this was... I literally called the sprite they used for Bakugo, how did they get Mike Matei to be Bakugo? Or at least animate Bakugo. Basically, the sprite was ugly as shit. Like, they couldn't get the one that they used for 1 minute melee. Like, that one looked a lot better than the one they used here. So, I'm gonna have to give this one, I'm gonna give this one a 7 for both endings. Now we're gonna get into the good stuff. A Star Wars versus Star Fox, X-Wing versus R-Wing. R-Wing won the normal ending, and then the X-Wing won the alternate ending. So, this one was pretty good. It referenced it referenced sci-fi themes, so a 9 out of 10. Okay, so, now to the good one, where the alternate ending and the normal ending were just as good. So, Superman vs. Saitama, since I know this one is going to over surpass Goku vs. Superman 3, if requested a lot, this one gets an 11 out of 10. So now to Season 6. Alright, Gogeta vs. Vegito. Both endings. This one was way more impactful than Kid Goku vs. Dawn. I'm sorry. You can bite me in the comments later. I don't freaking care. This one, 11 out of 10. Bite me. Both endings were good. Ness vs. Sans. Oh god, this one I was not really looking forward to because it was just a meme fight. It was a meme fight, and Sans won the majority because of the internet. Well, Ness's ending was a bit bleh. It was okay. So Ness's ending. So for this one, the alt ending is a 4, but for the sake of the main ending, I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. Okay, next is Naruto versus Ryu Hayabusa. Now, alternate ending. I'm gonna get the elephant out of the room. Alternate ending has to be a 2. Like, it wasn't as impactful. While normal ending is like an 8. So, I'm sorry. I've seen both endings on Rooster Teeth and the normal endings on YouTube, so I would know. Next is Daffy. Oh, wait, no. That's after Apocalypse vs. Black Adam. Okay. They didn't even... Okay, for this one, while it is a 7, however, the alternate ending is a 1 out of 10 because they didn't even bother to use the techno-organic virus, so that was a lot of points deducted there, so... Alternate ending just sucked. It was a 1 out of 10. Oh my god! And 7 out of 10 for the normal ending. 7 out of 10 for the normal ending. Okay. Next is Daffy versus Donald. Okay. Both endings. Okay, you know what? For the sake of the matter, since both endings actually fucking were good, and they referenced a lot, 10 out of 10. Daffy's ending referenced Looney Tunes, Donald's ending referenced Kingdom Hearts. And along with Daffy saying, "I hate you," or whatever, kind of like how Carnage and Krona would say at the end of their respective death battles or whatever. So yeah, 11 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for that one. Zuko versus Roy. So this is the one where Zuko actually won against Roy Mustang, though I did see the alternate ending. Oh yeah, and previous episode actually featured Scrooge McDuck, Darkwing Duck, Dodge the Duck Dodgers, Geese Howard, Thorable Goose from the Untitled Goose Game, and a Duck from Duck Game, and Duck Hunt Dog, and Bugs Bunny, all making cannibal appearances in the episode, except for the alternate ending. Bugs Bunny doesn't make a cameo appearance in the alternate ending, while everything else makes a cameo appearance. Oh, and the Angry Sun and Hermione Granger and the Juggernaut make cameo appearances. I don't know why the other two were there. but I guess it was some dumb gag for a DBX that came after. But anyways, Zuko versus Roy. While both characters, I would have expected this to be like a death battle, but then again they did Zuko versus Todoroki. Hell, I was fucking glad in that death battle they got the actual fucking voice actor for Zuko. But for the sake of the madness, alternate ending was okay. Normal ending was okay, so this one's gonna be, for me, a 7 out of 10. It was okay. It was okay. 7 out of 10. Okay. Sailor Moon versus Blue Ranger. Okay. We're down 3 episodes, we're almost done with this shit, and then I can edit it and fucking put it together. Alright, so while the Blue Ranger won the normal ending, the alternate ending had Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury, or, sorry, I kept calling her Sailor Moon, I apologize, I'm not really awake. Let's see here, so, basically, Blue Ranger won this normal ending, the alternate ending was Sailor Mercury, both of those get an 8 out of 10. Okay. Both those endings get an 8 out of 10. While the alternate now be aware, some alternate endings, because the alternate ending thumbnails are not on here, I have to actually shout it out. So now comes the one that I judge severely because of me being a hardcore role-playing game fan. And yes, I got a serious problem. Because the majority do not know who the fuck Xehanort is and never played Kingdom Hearts. And yes, I've got a serious problem when it comes to that. So yeah, Palpatine won the normal ending, while the alternate ending to me was the definitive ending, because I know exactly how it fucking go down. So, alternate ending, 10 out of 10. Normal ending, 8 out of 10. There you go. And the fact that it had Double Artemis and as a co-host, and it actually used a Brandon Yates commission track. So yeah, actually no, that'll be bumped up to a 9 out of 10. Yeah, alternate ending's a slight bit higher. So, there you go. Okay. The matchup that I was like, it's a fucking mushroom versus a fucking turtle. That matchup being Goomba versus Koopa round 2. Because this was originally a death battle and both of them died. But in this one, there was the definitive winner. Alternate ending, Goomba just eats Koopa. And it was this mess. So alternate ending for that is like a 6. While the normal ending, 11 out of 10. And there you have it, folks. The tier list is complete. The tier list is complete. Now, will I do this nonsense again when it comes to rating everything else? Probably not. I probably won't be as long next time. So, there you go. That's all of my lists in terms of like episodes. There you go. That's my list. Now, you could shout at me in the comments being like, oh, but this episode was bad, or that episode was bad, and I'm like, so fucking what? The points don't matter. The rating doesn't matter. Everyone has their personal opinions. That's how this rate the thing goes. So, get ready for a weirdly edited segment as I get ready to do this now. So I'm gonna swap over to the other screen, get the credits rolling, and then let Dev know if there's any more epics for today. And yes, I'm trying to help him grind on Fortnite, so yeah, I apologize for the weirdly cut. So, Okay, so end credits. Da, 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 da. Okay, I don't care. Convert your clips over to TikTok. I could do that. I could do that, but why though? I just want my credits. I just want the end credits so I can just roll them. Roll live. Okay, so here was part 2. Okay, so now that the credits rolled, I'm gonna get ready to fucking put these two things together. And I will see you Sunday for the Fortnite season finale at 4 p.m. live on Twitch. And then Monday, I will see you again for the long-awaited return of Death Battle, which I did see the preview of that. It might have bumped up my ratings a slight bit, just because of the music sounding a tiny bit like AC/DC. So, there you go. Anyways, till then, I hope you like this weird thing, because this is what's gonna happen when I do Rate the Death Battle Season 8 on Twitch when the season ends. So, there you go. Till then, this is your Captain Hedgewolf signing off. I'll see you next video. If you like this video, leave a like, and if you want to see more content like Code Vein or whatever, you can check a playlist right over there. And if you want to see more random bullshit, you can check the playlist of what you just watched. So, there you go. Thanks again for watching. Till then, this is your Captain of the Hedge Fleet signing off. I'll see you in the next stream.